Welcome to Hidden Knowledge Archive.
In the whispers of time, etched into stone and starlight, lie secrets to a life of power and purpose. These are not lost to history, but waiting to be rediscovered. These are the 7 universal rules from ancient civilizations, and they are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. They teach us a fundamental truth. Your thoughts, your actions, and your energy are the architects of your future. What you build is your choice. The first rule is the law of alignment. It is the sacred trinity of thought, word, and deed. In ancient temples, priests understood that a prayer was not merely spoken. It was thought with intention, uttered with conviction, and acted upon with unwavering faith. Your thoughts are the seeds. Your words are the water that nourishes them. Your actions are the sunlight that brings them to life. When these 3 forces are in harmony, they create a current of energy so powerful it can carve mountains. A mind that desires peace, a tongue that speaks of harmony, and hands that build bridges. This is alignment. When you think one thing, say another, and do a third, your energy scatters like dust in the wind. You create an internal war, a conflict that drains your spirit and sabotages your goals. The universe responds to clarity, to a single focused beam of intention. Align your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Become a conduit for your deepest purpose, and watch as reality bends to your will. This is the foundation upon which all else is built. The second rule is the law of cycles. The ancients looked to the heavens and saw the truth. The moon waxes and wanes. The sun rises and sets. The seasons turn, from the planting of spring to the harvest of autumn and the quiet sleep of winter. They understood that all of life moves in cycles. Nothing is permanent. There are cycles of energy, where you feel the strength of a titan, and cycles of rest, where you must retreat to gather your power. There are cycles of emotion, from the soaring peaks of joy to the quiet valleys of contemplation. There are cycles in your work, moments of intense creation, followed by periods of reflection and planning. To fight against these cycles is to swim against a celestial tide. It is to demand the sun not set or the winter not come. The wise do not resist the current, they learn to navigate it. By understanding the rhythm of your own life, you learn when to act with boldness and when to wait with patience. You learn to plant your seeds in the spring of opportunity and to rest during the winter of challenge, knowing that a new season of growth is always on the horizon. Acknowledge the cycles, honor their rhythm, and you will find the right time for every purpose under heaven. The third rule is the law of energy exchange. It is the simple, immutable principle of reciprocity. What you send out into the universe inevitably returns to you. This is not a matter of reward or punishment, but of cosmic balance, as certain as gravity. If you cast a stone into a still pond, ripples will return to the shore where you stand. The energy you project is that stone. An act of kindness, a word of encouragement, a thought of goodwill. These are currents of positive energy. They flow outwards, touching others and return to you amplified, manifesting as opportunity, support, and fortune. Conversely, an act of malice, a word of deceit, a thought of envy. These are currents of negative energy. They poison the well from which you too must drink. The universe does not judge, it merely reflects. Your attitude is a magnet, your behavior is an echo. If you meet the world with generosity, the world will be generous to you. If you approach life with scarcity and fear, you will find only lack. Be mindful of the energy you contribute to the world, for it is the same energy that will shape your own reality. Give what you wish to receive. The fourth rule is the law of observation. In the quantum field of existence, the observer is not a passive spectator. The act of observation is an act of creation. Where you direct your focus, you direct your energy, and where you direct your energy, reality takes form. The ancients knew this not through microscopes, but through deep introspection. They understood that the one who is aware, the one who truly sees, holds the power. To observe your own thoughts without judgment is to gain mastery over them. To observe your reactions is to break free from instinctual chains. To observe your environment is to see the subtle patterns and hidden opportunities that others miss. This is the practice of mindfulness. of profound self-awareness. It is the art of being the silent witness in the theater of your own mind. When you are lost in the chaos of thought, you are a puppet. When you step back and observe the thought, you become the puppeteer. The observer controls the outcome because the observer chooses where to place the light of consciousness. Practice this sacred observation. Pay attention to the whispers of your intuition, the patterns in your behavior, and the signs the universe presents. In the stillness of observation, you will find the wisdom to make better decisions and the power to shape your destiny. The fifth rule is the law of the clean environment. A cluttered space reflects a cluttered mind. A chaotic home breeds chaotic energy. The sages and mystics of old understood that our outer world is a mirror of our inner world. They built their temples with precision, symmetry, and intention. Every stone was placed to facilitate a flow of clear, sacred energy. Your personal space is your temple. When it is filled with disorder, dust, and items you no longer need, it becomes a reservoir of stagnant energy. This scattered, heavy atmosphere clouds your thoughts, drains your vitality, and blocks the flow of inspiration. To clean your physical surroundings is to perform a ritual of mental and spiritual purification. As you organize your desk, you organize your thoughts. As you clear out the clutter from your home, you clear out the emotional baggage from your soul. A clean, ordered environment invites clarity, focus, and peace. It creates a vacuum that positive energy rushes to fill. Eliminate not only physical clutter, but also the negativity of toxic relationships and draining commitments. Curate your surroundings as a gardener tends a sacred grove. Create a sanctuary that nourishes your spirit, and your mind will become a clear, tranquil pool, reflecting the light of wisdom. The sixth rule is the law of purpose. A ship without a rudder is at the mercy of every wind and wave. A person without a purpose is adrift on the sea of life. The ancients believed that every soul is born with a unique mission, a sacred calling etched into its very essence. This purpose is the North Star of your existence. It is the source of your greatest strength, your unwavering resolve, and your deepest fulfillment. When your purpose is clear, decisions become simple. The path forward becomes illuminated. Obstacles are not barriers, but tests of your commitment. A clear goal gives you the persistence to endure hardship and the decisiveness to act when opportunity arises. It is the why that fuels the how. Without it, motivation wanes, and life can feel empty and meaningless. Take the time for a sacred task. Write down your personal mission. Define your long-term goals. What is the legacy you wish to leave? What unique gift can you offer the world? This act of defining your purpose is an act of power. It focuses your life force into a singular, powerful direction. Let your purpose be the compass that guides every choice you make. It will give you the strength of mountains and the clarity of a desert sky. The seventh and final rule is the law of knowledge sharing. Wisdom, unlike gold, cannot be hoarded. If it is locked away, it stagnates and dies. Its true value, its true power, is only unlocked when it is given away. The great libraries of antiquity were not just repositories of scrolls. They were centers of teaching, of debate, of transmission. The master passed his craft to the apprentice. The elder shared stories with the young. They knew that knowledge multiplies when shared. When you teach what you know, you understand it on a deeper level. When you share your insights, you inspire others to build upon them, creating a chain reaction of growth and innovation that benefits all. To hoard knowledge is to ensure its eventual demise. When you are gone, it is lost with you. But to pass it on is to achieve a form of immortality. Your wisdom lives on, evolving and expanding through the minds and actions of others. Do not be afraid to share what you have learned. Write, create, speak, teach. Become a conduit for the wisdom that flows through you. In sharing your light with the world, you do not diminish your own flame. You ignite 1,000 other torches, and in doing so, you help illuminate the path for all humanity. These 7 ancient rules are not relics of a forgotten past. They are a living map, a timeless guide for navigating the complexities of the modern world. They are the keys to unlocking a life of profound meaning, power, and grace. The law of alignment, the law of cycles, the law of energy exchange, the law of observation, the law of the clean environment. the law of purpose, the law of knowledge sharing. Do not just hear these words, live them. Apply each rule one by one to your daily existence. As you do, you will transform your mindset, your actions, and ultimately your results. You will awaken the ancient power that lies dormant within you and become the master of your own destiny. The secrets of the ages are now in your hands. What you build is up to you.